Hello there everyone, it is me, Shimmer, and we are here as we are now at the draw for nearly the start for Marble Clash Competition Season 3. We have 28 teams. Some of these teams have even made themselves some changes, and also some brand new teams that join on the lineup. As we're going to be going through 2 marbles each, and we'll be decided to go into Group A and Group B. So starting us off here, we have the Lightning Pirates and the Aliens. And it looks like Lightning Pirates are going to take Group A here, which means the Aliens are going to settle with Group B. Alright, next up, Malachi Mantis and Team Clear. Both of these teams tied with the same amount of points, but Malachi Mantis got a better result with his 6th place. But who's going to go into Group A? It looks like it might be Team Clear, and yes they are. It looks like they wanted to try to take Group A, which means Malachi Mantises are going to head into Group B. Alright, next up, Frenzy Fireworks and Seashell Sightseers. Both these teams did pretty decently for their first time in the main tournament. And let's see if any of those two teams are going to make it in again. But as we look right here, Frenzy Fireworks, they're going to go into Group A, which means the Seashell Sightseers are going to go into Group B. And now we move on to the next one. We have Poseidons and Mustard Army. Poseidons returning back from Marble Invites, and they managed to finish off strongly with a 2nd place podium. They were very happy about it, representing from Marble Clash Competition. And it looks like they're going to be selling into Group B. As meanwhile from Mustard Army, they are going to be going into Group A. Alright, next one's a pretty crazy one. We have ourselves a rebrand team. The Monochromes are now rebranding themselves into Old School Gang. They are rebranding themselves to make a team more generic as it is. As you're here with Team Acid, and they are going to go into Group A, which means Old School Gang is going to go themselves into Group B. Alright, next up, Chocolate Bananas and Gardening Squad. Chocolate Bananas managed to scrape the barrel just by barely beating out Gardening Squad for last place, as they did decently, who had a terrible season at the start, and they managed to get themselves a good redemption to just get out of last place. As right now, Gardening Squad are going to go into Group A, meanwhile the Chocolate Bananas are going to go into Group B. Alright, next up, we have another team. This is not exactly a rebrand, but this is just a rename. We have the Icicles, who are recently renamed from the Sub-Zeros, also known as our Season 2 Constellation Clash Champions. And they are going to be going to Group B. As for the other team, the Shadow Assassins, they are going to go into Group A. Now we move on to Brown Bonsais and Clover Clash. Clover Clash, who has also had a change. They are now in a new uniform. They are now a green marble with some yellow and blue. And it looks like Brown Bonsais, they're going to Group A, which means Clover Clash is going to go into Group B. Alright, next up, Pilot Patriots and another rebrand. This is our second rebrand. This is the Serpent Soldiers, who are now rebranding themselves into the Azure Alchemists. But kind of said how they'll do in their new rebrand, and they are going to go into Group A, which means Pilot Patriots are going to go into Group B. Alright, next up, we have Plastic Viewers and the Green Beans. Both of these teams were relegated back in Season 1, and they managed to do better than Season 2 of the Constellation Clash, and they are here to try to get themselves another shot in qualifying. As we're looking right here, Green Beans, they're going to go into Group A, which means the Plastic Viewers are going to go into Group B. Only 4 more pots left. Next up we have Seaweeds and the Elements of Nature. Seaweeds, who had a pretty poor showing a bit, but did pretty decent so far. And it looks like they're going to go to Group A, which means Elements of Nature are going to go to Group B. Alright, next up, Prison Pathfinders and the Rainbow Riders. Rainbow Riders were relegated in Season 2, but that has been cancelled. So that means they are lucky enough to have a shot at qualifying. Prison Pathfinders were barely able to scrape the barrel just by being out in a finishing with a 12th place position. But anyways, Prison Pathfinders take Group A, while Rainbow Riders get Group B. And now we move on to our other two relegated teams, the Solar Rays and the Skyrockets. Solar Rays had a very poor showing, just only managed to gain 15th place, while Skyrockets managed to do even worse than that. Meanwhile, right now, Solar Rays are going to go into Group A, which means Skyrockets are going to go into Group B. And now for our last one, we have two new teams. Please welcome the Soda Runners and the Crimson Blades. Soda Runners, we've seen them before in the Mega Elimination Race back in Season 1. Meanwhile, the Crimson Blades, we haven't seen them before at all, and they're taking their time in the spotlight to join in. As we're looking at this, Soda Runners, they're going to go into Group A, which means the Crimson Blades are going to go into Group B. And this is our official lineup of the two groups that are going to be happening in the Season 3 qualifiers. The top 6 from each of these groups will advance on to the main tournament to join along with the Ramen Bombshells, Paintballers, Kelvin Cosmos, and the Whimsical Stars. Coming up next will be the Season 3 qualifiers. Thanks for watching and see you next time.